before we move on to the third section, let's talk about fundamental tips you need to know as an absolute beginner. And the first one is moving with purpose. Moving in purpose in chess is basically moving a piece and having a clear and logical reasoning for doing so. So this could be moving a piece to defend another piece, or moving a piece to attack an enemy piece. And basically, this whole concept of, moving with purpose is pretty much in every chess game that you play as a beginner, and even to the advanced stage. So what do I mean by this? So let's talk about the opening. In the opening, as a beginner, you should control the center as much as you can. And you should do this first by moving your pawns to the center, moving your knights after that, and then you want to move your bishops to an active square, and then you would want to castle to get your king to safety, and then you'll want to move your queen and then your rooks to the center to centralize all your pieces and make sure your pieces are active. And in an ideal situation, it will look like this. So basically, all the moves I've done here have a purpose. They're to centralize the pieces, gain an active center, and to make it really hard for black to fight back. And basically, moving with purpose is such an important concept as a beginner, because in chess, a lot of beginners will just move without having like a real prime reason for doing so. So you want to get into the mindset that you should do a move that has a clear and logical purpose. The second tip is watching your back. In chess, watching your back refers to looking out for what the enemy can do. Chess is a game about war and strategy, so your opponents will try to attack and threaten your pieces and your king. And when that happens, and when your opponent makes a move, you want to question yourself 3 things about that move. Number 1, does it do anything? Number 2, does it threaten anything? And number 3, does that move change the position at all? So in this example, let's say if white plays the move pawn to c8, promoting to a queen. Let's say white is a complete beginner and just thinks to himself, oh, I get an extra queen. I must be winning here. But white does not see the threat of rook b1. This is forced checkmate because the king cannot escape any square because it is blocked by the pawn, and white will basically be forced to block the rook by sacrificing the queen, which will eventually lead to checkmate. Here's another example. If white plays the move queen g4, ask yourself, what does that threaten, what does it do, and how does it change the position? Well, white is playing this move to take the pawn, which threatens checkmate. And how can we defend against this? g6. g6 blocks the vision for the queen and also attacks the knight. However, if black plays a move like f5, just attacking the queen, they get checkmated. And what I'm trying to say here is that watching your back is such an important concept because, as I said, chess is a game about war. You need to always consider what your enemy is doing and how you can stop their threats and attacks. Now, after I talked about these fundamental tips, make sure to keep in your head when you play chess as a beginner, because they're going to help you so much in the long run.